Good evening. We're picking up where we left off last time, having just acquired the bombs. And then having acquired more bombs. We've also acquired a ferry, because what I did, because like, last stream I finished with, what's it called? Last stream I finished with forest water in my bottle, so I just went AFK for a little bit and let that expire. And now I have a ferry, and that's a secret tool that'll help us later. And I want this on R, thank you very much. I'm currently on my way to Windfall, hoping to get the Firefly out of my other bottle. There's a chance that Lenzo won't talk to me if it's storming. If that happens, it happens. I go very, very fast in HD, so it's not that much of a detour if I'm wrong. Also, this does mean that I went to Windfall, came down to the Fairy Island, turned around, came back, and then went to Outset. Tetra's gonna be like, oh my god, I lost a race to her. She doesn't even know which direction she's going. I might also be able to sell the other chew jellies to the potion merchant, assuming that they're open. Potion seller, I require your strongest potions. Hello, hello, and hello. You are standing in the one and only Chew Jelly Juice shop. You must have heard our potions are the best. I'm telling you, they're too good, in fact. They're absolutely incredible. Too powerful for you, traveler. What's that? What's Chew Jelly, you ask, looking somewhat bewildered? Oh, miss, you simply must be joking. You don't know what Chew Jelly is? Well, just ask yourself this, good miss. What is a robustly nourishing element? What is a mystical substance that is good for the body and mind? Ask yourself, chicken nuggets. The words Chew Jelly roar out in answer to these questions, proclaiming themselves to be true. Why, it is the key ingredient in the most effective potions around. All you have to do is bring an empty bottle to my little juice shop here and I'll let you have a taste. Which begs the question, miss, do you have an empty bottle? Thank you. Heading up for a walk. Might not be back till after stream is over. That's a very long walk, but I hope you have a good one. You're just like, here, so you won't be lonely. Let me leave you a bullet to keep you company. Hoi, Lenzo. You see, young miss, I have been studying picto boxes since I was but a lad. My lifelong dream of creating a box with incredible pictography capabilities is at long last nearing fruition. But now I've grown old and have no real desire to leave this island. Young miss, I hesitate to ask, but could you perchance become my pictograph assistant? Sure. Oh, really? Really and truly? My heart leaps at your enthusiasm, but I feel I must tell you, the path an assistant must follow is not a simple one. I demand that whoever takes on the role of my assistant be an individual who can take whatever command I may issue and promptly complete it without hesitation. It'll be quite a challenge, I assure you. Are you still sure you want to do this? Absolutely. Ha! You must share my love of the pictograph. What is your name, young miss? Ariel, is it? Well then, I shall issue 3 commands to you. On the day you complete all 3 tasks, you shall be my #1 assistant, Ariel. Now then, for my first command. A love letter. Do you know what that is, young miss? It is a collection of words of love, long unspoken and put into written form. Somewhere in this town, there is one who, despite constant rejection, never learns the cold lesson of unrequited passion and continues to write letters of doomed love. I am certain that the object of this sadly one-sided affection is in quite a quandary over the matter. I am of the mind that I must have a word with the unwanted suitor. However, I must have physical evidence, and thus your first task is to snap a pictograph of this individual in the act of sending the unwanted letters. That sounds easy, does it not? Rightly so. If you hope to be my assistant, you must perform this task with ease. I'm not sure what material these walls are made of, but I feel like having open flames this close to this much wood is probably a bad idea. Like, an ember drifts to the ground and this entire thing is up in flames. But I probably can't do that while it's raining, because I don't think anybody will be outside, including the love letter spammer. So back to Outset it is. Like before, I'm going to try and hit as many empty quadrants along the way as I can. The fuller the map, the better. Also, it's now midnight. I think that this is Tingle Island. You know, given that this Tingle, seems to have forced his brothers into slavery, he probably deserved to be in the Windfall jail. Fish. Here, have a snack. Ahoy, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. Sea chart, please. Tingle Island. Do you think he found an island that looked like his head and took over, or do you think he, found an island that didn't look like his head and, carved it into the shape of his head? I'm not sure which one is more terrifying. Let me tell you something about that island over there, small fry. The guy who lives there is named Tingle, but he won't grow up and act his age. He still dresses like a little kid. That is not normal. Still, from what I hear, he can decipher maps like nobody's business. It just goes to show that you can't judge a person on appearance alone, Fry. Of course, the thing about this Tingle guy is that when it comes time to pay his deciphering fee, you better be ready to fork over some serious dough. Anybody who doesn't have a deep wallet won't be reading any maps, that's for sure. That's all the info I've got to offer. I'm not sure how fair this is to Tingle, but my mind, internally, I just, mentally compared him to Chris-chan. It's like he's got this one incredibly specific thing that he does, but you better give him a lot of money. I have a fish friend. Get some more bait. I'm just gonna go in a line straight down until I hit Outset. Actually, I might actually land on this island first. Okay, first things first, the fish. If not bombs, I might actually be able to do the thing on this island. small fry. Rockspire Isle. I wonder how long it's been since the light in Windfall's lighthouse went dark. It was quite a grand sight, I tell you. The way that ray of light shone out like a shaft of gold through the cold darkness. I used to gaze at it with dear Jillian. Anyway, I bet if somebody could shoot a powerful spark into the top of that lighthouse, it would light up again. Of course, that's just my intuition talking. Yeah. Then again, you should never doubt a fish's intuition, small fry. That's all the info I've got. I am very funny. Don't mind me just hopping into the water while there's a shark actively swimming around. I wonder who that mysterious ship belongs to. There's no ornamentation on it. That was the wrong button. That was the wrong button the second time. Well, now there's nothing on that button, so I can't get it wrong a third. I can't get it wrong a third time. We took a small explosion to the face, but like explosions to the face never hurt anybody. In hindsight, it probably would have been substantially easier to just blast these rocks with the cannon from the ship. Oh well. We will take a red rupee. I feel like red rupees are like... I feel like red rupee is the threshold where I'm like actually excited to see a rupee. It's like you see a green rupee, you're like, oh, well, that's nothing. You see a blue rupee, you're like, well, it's better than nothing. You see a yellow rupee, you're like, okay, we're kind of getting somewhere. Red rupee, you're like, I can actually afford something with this. To reach Western Fairy Island, head west from here. Very self-descriptive. Given that it's a fairy island, even though it's a little bit off my path, I may as well go there. Oh no. I genuinely don't remember this encounter at all. I don't know if I forgot or I just never found it as a kid. I didn't know that bats could drop medallions. Huh. I don't think they have any, like, actual loot, so it'll probably just be a bunch of generic stuff. Still, not gonna say no to it. I'm guessing either a treasure chart, or a piece of heart. Yay, treasure. Well, that was certainly an encounter. Okay, Western Berry Island to the west. I also want to check this shop out. This shop ship. Oh, a fine welcome to you, young person that I've never seen before. You're so lucky to meet me at this time. This shop will close in just 7 more days and I'm having a clearance sale. Empty bottle, MSRP. Piece of heart, open price. Treasure chart, current price. 500 rupees for that. 950 for that. 900 for that.
Bye.
If I can dredge up a purple rupee, then I can afford the bottle. Also, I think that the 7-day time limit is just a troll. I think like after 7 days pass, he just goes, well, I closed, but then I reopened. So I'm not too terribly concerned about it. That said, I would like the empty bottle. You can never have enough bottles. That was not west. That was... I don't even know how I got it pointed in this direction. Okay, plan. North, east, get bottle, south to outset. Alright, north. This part's scary. It was definitely a lot scarier as a kid. Like the eternal storm, the eternal night. Like everybody that's like usually outdoors and like being all excited or like cowering indoors. The specter of like potential ruin hovering over your home. That is a fire. I might not be able to get through that fire. Play small fry. I hear the bird people who live on Dragon Roost Island east of here have invented an incredibly useful device that they call the grappling hook. No lie, Fry. I hear you can throw that thing at monsters and use it to grab treasure that they've hidden in their pockets. Talk about cool. Oh, and have you seen those imp-like creatures called Vicolins that hang out on the lookout platforms at sea and stare through their telescopes? I hear those guys keep joy pendants hidden in their pockets, so if you get a grappling hook, you can use it to select their pendants. Actually, I think I can get through that fire. I'll just release this firefly in an environment totally unsuited to it that it'll probably perish in. Get some water. Get extinguished, nerd. It did not work. We'll try it one more time. Thanks for the blue chew jelly. Ah, this is a skull hammered thing. Okay, Okay, I can't do that until I return to Forsaken Fortress. And I killed my Firefly for nothing. Oh well. Alright, let's find the bronze helmet shop ship. I presume it's bronze. But yeah, I can just barely afford the bottle. In hindsight, I probably should have ditched the fairy instead of the Firefly. But again, oh well, too late now. It's dead. Empty bottle, 500 rupees. Oh, thank you so much. You're happy, I'm happy, we're all happy. Also, I like how his products are displayed on human skulls. That's kind of morbid. What secrets might he hold? He's like, this is what happened to the last 3 people who opened a line of credit, but didn't pay it off. I think I can fight these ships. Oh my god, there's a targeting reticule now that's so much better. It used to be you just had to eyeball it. That's so much better, oh my goodness. Ooh, orange rupee. Glad I found this after spending all of my money. I feel like if a 12-year-old girl, like, shoots your shot out of the air, you just go, okay, this is some anime nonsense, I quit. I'm reminded a bit of Devil May Cry 4, where there's a boss battle against Dante. Ooh, piece of heart, nice. There's a boss battle against Dante, and if you try to just use, like, basic ranged attacks against him, he shoots them out of the air. Like, he doesn't even return fire, he just very dismissively shoots your bullets out of midair. I never spoke to the fish here, it would seem. Yeah, casual ghost ship. I mean, it's not even the first or second time I've seen it. Ahoy, small fry. Great Fish Isle. It's been squished. You should come around these parts on nights when just a wee bit of the left half of the moon is missing. That's when it appears, Fry. And that's all the info I've got to offer. I mean, yes. He's not wrong. He's just unobservant. But I can't make fun of him for it because that'd be the pot calling the kettle. That'd be the pot calling the kettle black. Getting a little bit of FPS lag here. I simply need to kill enough things so that it no longer lags. When in doubt, violence. I mean, it is a lot of particle effects all at once. I want to kill all the ships just in case there's a completionist bonus. Like, I could just go inside, but... Don't you run away from me. Your only escape is death. That was not the right button. I was like, oh, let me hit that bird with the grappling hook. It was not as good of an idea as I thought it was going to be. You can't miss an explosion if you set it off at point-blank range, taps forehead. I'm actually tapping my forehead, but because of the tracking, it's like, what if I just put my hand in front of my face? Alright, and let's do a little sneaky inside and see what we see. And then we'll find the fish. Designs that reflect wind are drawn here. This has the same energy as the Zelda's Lullaby thing from the N64 games. Oh shoot, that's a Triforce chart. You can't read it yourself, so you'll have to get it deciphered somewhere. The legendary Triumph Forks. Well, that was substantially more productive than I thought it was going to be. It's been a very long time since I played this game. I genuinely did not remember that at all. Here, have some food. Hi, small fry. Chart, please. I know that it's raining, but don't let the ink run. Tell me, small fry, have you ever heard of the fabled set of Triumph Forks? Well, it's right there, my young fry, on that island. You know, a chart showing you where to find them. Of course, getting it is the hard part, and that's all the info I've got to offer. These are chart because they don't want to give the Triforce, this fast. It's also for, like, lore reasons. Like, the Triforce is currently shattered and in Hyrule, but Hyrule is currently on the bottom of the ocean. Like, the people didn't take the fragments with them as they climbed the mountains to escape the flood. Wait, hold up. Oh, that's cool. He points out some fairy islands. You there, fish person. Have this. It's not just lore reasons they replaced a bunch of charts with the actual pieces. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I've heard. Holy small fry. Chart. You know, I remember that the Triforce hunt from the original game was like the thing that everybody hated more than anything. Long ago, there was this huge fairy who lived at the south of here, in the forest on Outset. But now, all that's left is the ruins of the fairy fountain where she lived. It's sort of sad. But to tell you the truth, I hear there still is a fairy there. Yep, she's still alive and kicking down there, Fry. That's all the info I've got to offer. Quality of life, absolutely. Like, on the one hand, I kind of like the whole Tingle thing where you had to farm an absurd amount of rupees to, like, pay him off. Cause, like, it's basically the game saying, hey, it's a sandbox for a little while, go explore the ocean. Like, drop by periodically. On the other hand, it's kind of annoying. Have you noticed, Ariel? Morning has not broken since we arrived at Great Fish Isle. The land that was so ravaged by monsters, it is as if time itself is frozen. Perhaps this is the curse that Valu spoke of. Whatever the reason, if this night does not end, then we need not worry about the pirates overtaking us. In fact, it might not be a bad idea for you to visit your hometown and family again after such a long time away. We can speak with Jaboon after you do. I'm gonna be needing this. Ariel, don't go. Don't leave. Don't leave your poor old grandma all alone. I feel so guilty. Here, have a fairy. They fix death and depression. Oh, Ariel, is that you, Ariel? Grandma's always happy to see your bright, shining face. Ariel, my dear sweet Ariel. I just noticed, but Grandma's nose looks like a Goron. You're safe. That's wonderful. Just wonderful. Did you do this? Did you heal me? Oh, you're such a sweet child. Oh, that's right. You and your sister, Arrow, are trying so hard to be strong, and I've just been sitting here moaning and worrying. I'm your grandmother. I'm the one who should be taking care of you. I'm so sorry, Ariel. I haven't even considered what you must be going through. I'm a terrible grandma. Ariel, this is all I have to give you right now. You can keep it in your empty bottle. You got elixir soup. This healthy soup that your grandmother makes replenishes all your life energy and magic power. Your attack power also doubles until the first time you take damage. Now that is hearty soup. And your kind old grandmother filled the bottle so full that there's 2 helpings inside. Isn't she the sweetest? You and your sister love this soup, don't you? If you run out, I can make it for you anytime you like. Grandma's gonna try to be strong, so you try to be strong too. But don't do anything reckless, alright? Fire yourself out of cannon. More, please. But yeah, best healing item in the game by a mile. It's not even close. And she just gives it to you. Plus it makes your sword glow like a lightsaber, which is, like, the coolest part. Now, if I didn't bring a fairy with me, I would have to go to the fairy fountain to get one. But I want to do that anyway. Because great fairies are usually worth helping out. If memory serves, drinking the soup makes the base sword hit as hard as the baseline Master Sword. Basically, Grandmother's love is equivalent to a blessing from the goddess. Of course, the goddess's blessing can't be stabbed away, so there is that as well. The bridge is out since the Helmarok King destroyed it. Hello, good sir. Haha, so close. If only I could fly to the top of that hill, if only. Beneath that rock had the triumph. Oh, I nearly spoke aloud without thinking. It is a secret. Yes, quite a secret. I love how his eye is bloodshot because he refuses to blink. But yeah, the bridge to the forest is out because of the Helmarok King, so we gotta fly across like this. That is a whirlpool. I forgot that that was there. mountain site. This spot marks the remains of an ancient fairy fountain. The legendary hero was said to come here after battle so the fairies could ease his weariness. It was also said that whoever met with the great fairy who lived here was blessed with great fortune, so it came to be known as the Fountain of the Fortune Goddess. Grandma, don't do anything reckless. Linkhead pulling out a bomb, lighting the fuse, staring her dead in the eye. Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. I love her color scheme. I'm a big fan of pastel pink, soft lighting. You can now carry more rupees, up to 1,000. The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. When you grow fatigued from your battles, come here to be refreshed. Or I could just take them with me. I love how the fairies that you put in your bottles are just so distraught to be there. Like, she's visibly unhappy. Like, when they're flying around, they're like all cheerful and happy. Then you shove them in a bottle and they're like, wait, no. Hold up a second. That said, in the Link to the Past manga, Link visits a fairy fountain and a small fairy there explicitly says, hey, put me in a bottle. Because it would be way too dangerous for me to just accompany you. Like, I want to come along and help you out, but it would be way too dangerous for me to just, like, come with you. So put me in a bottle, and the bottle will protect me from anything that might, accidentally, hit me with an attack. It's like it's not entirely miserable in there. Good evening. Letters for Ariel? 1. Here's your letter. I am sorry to disturb you with this unsolicited letter. If the following does not interest you, please throw the letter away without a second thought. But this is your big chance. Do you have need of an empty bottle, piece of heart, or treasure chart? We have them at special bargain prices, but we have only one of each. If you're interested, go to the shop ship near Roxfire Island. First come, first served. I can't wait to serve you. To those who took the time to read this letter, please accept my humble thanks. Assistant Manager, Roxfire Shopship. $1. I think it would have been less insulting if he just didn't give me anything. It's kind of like leaving somebody $1 in your will. It's like, no, I didn't forget you. I want you to have nothing. Are you ready? If that is the case, we must search for the cave around the backside of Outset, where Jaboon is said to hide. I'm just gonna throw out this bait so that, the slot opens up. And I can fill it with a bait that's, got 3 uses in it. Pirates sold me bombs for cheap. Now's your chance. Bye bye bye. By the way, Miss Customer, are you acquainted with that adorable little pirate girl? You have a bashful look on your face, Miss Customer. You can't hide it from me. Yuri route, let's go. Then again, with Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks, I guess they do canonically get together, don't they? played Phantom Hourglass, really enjoyed it. Never played Spirit Tracks. I should really do that at some point. I really just want to play like all the Zelda games that I haven't played before. Which isn't a huge number, but it's more than I would like. Not counting the CDI ones. I feel like just getting those ones to work would be enough of a pain in the butt. I did it. Imagine if I blasted it open, but then like the whirlpool didn't stop and it just like pulled me down and killed me. I love the ambiance in this room. Well met indeed, Javoon. I am pleased to see that you are safe. Yes, it seems Ganon has returned. There can be no other explanation. Unfortunately, that is not so. The one that I have brought with me has no connection to the legendary one. And yet, I sense great promise in the courage that this one possesses. I do. It is the only way. You got Neighbor's Pearl. The water spirit Jabun was kind enough to give you this jewel, a treasure of one of the goddesses. I like how I've got no idea what's going on, but I still bowed respectfully. So, that foul rain and endless night were indeed elements of a curse brought on us by Ganon. He must intend to cast this land into pure darkness for all time. I believe I have. It's really cool doing this on New Game Plus and like actually understanding both sides of that conversation because it's a genuine conversation. Ganon's curse has been broken by the power of the pearl that Jabun gave us, so morning should come soon. It is well that we have gathered all of the pearls. Are you ready, Ariel? I have marked the places where you must set the pearls on your sea chart. Once you have placed each of the pearls in its proper location, the proving grounds for your courage will become apparent. Clearly, the search for Jaboon has shown that Ganon has begun to make efforts to block our path forward. It is certain that the perils ahead will be greater than any you have faced thus far. You should finish any business you have here on Outset right now, so that you shall not have any regrets later. I'm at one of 4 heart pieces, otherwise I'd get the heart piece that I think I can access. I will end up coming back for it later anyway, so... Or rather, I will end up coming back here anyway, so I'll do it then. One button. I think I drifted a bit too far. There we go. I like how I've got absolutely no ability to, like, navigate 3D space, but I'm really good at finding these treasure chests. It just goes to show how powerful practice is. That was a lot of popping. I should really practice things more often. I feel like I get really good at them when I practice. My problem, though, is that, like, I try something for the first time and then I'm not immediately awesome at it, and then I get disheartened, so I don't practice. Ahoy, small fry. Horseshoe Island. On the island due east of here lives an old man who was once a master swordsman. He's got proof of it too. He has a knight's crest. Want to know what that thing is, Fry? Well, too bad. I can't go giving away every secret. That's all the info I've got to offer. You're glad they didn't change charting the sea? I like it. It's charming. Like, as long as you remember to, like, keep stocked up on bait, it's really not that inconvenient. This is how you play golf. Oh, hello there. I would say ow my bones, but that was electric, so I guess ow my blood. And then for this one, no cheeky pre-throws, you just gotta use the leaf. I think the wind also has to be favorable. Or maybe I just suck. The wind's even a little bit rightward. I wonder why it's being so, disagreeable. There we go. I did it. Oh, so beautiful. Incredibly beautiful. I'm so glad I brought this kaleidoscope. I think that that's a joke because, like, he's looking off the edge of the world. So you're just like, what could he possibly be looking at? Because usually these guys hint at things that are, like, things you can get to or do. So something off the world's edge is like, what could it possibly be? Treasure chart, we take this. I'll circle back around, grab the grotto, and then we'll take tonight's 5-minute break. Perish. Disregard the parasite. Another treasure chart, we take those. Nice little 2-for-1. I feel like there should be something here. There does not appear to be, but I do see a seam in the ground. Like look at the edge where the stump connects to, like, the brown bit of the, You see that? There's, like, a tiny little sliver of, like, red where you can, like, see through. Anyway, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Please use this time to go to the bathroom. Oh, it's fried out. Please use this time to go to the bathroom, refill your beverage, whatever you feel like you can accomplish in approximately 5 minutes. And we'll see you then. return. I never noticed how quiet that pause screen was. Because I had no music playing. You're not wrong. It's just whatever track is current. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Do I want to fill out the... Do I want to fill out the chart, or do I want to just go straight to the places? I mean, technically I can't fill out the chart without going to the places, so... That said, I kind of do want to get the, I kind of do want to get the I kind of do want to get the pearls place down today, so I'll probably just go there. Oh. I do not wish to grab the fish. Though I guess putting them all down would make like a really good capstone for the stream as well. Ahoy, small fry. Diamond Step Island. Oh, I got some great information, small fry. Lucky you. If you use the treasure that's hidden on that island there, the thing that vanishes as soon as you get near it, it won't vanish anymore. You know, it. Ah, this is where the ghost ship chart is. I'm talking about it, the thing that appears on nights when a wee bit of the right half of the moon is missing. Don't you know what I'm talking about? It. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Can I get up here without a hook shot? I don't think I can. You know, it. I actually do know it, but that's just because I've played this game before, so I've got a bit of an advantage. That is a lot of seagulls. It's almost like they're hinting at something. If memory serves, this is like one of 2 places in the entire game where you've got to use a Hioi pair. I just realized that the pair is sweating. It's got anxiety. Poor thing. I mean, I would too if I was about to be eaten. Perish. That's really good, actually. And I just remembered that if you don't kill the vultures, they kill you. Or if nothing else, they try. I don't think my seagull is going to survive to see tomorrow. Never mind, I got what I needed. I will leave them to their fate. Whatever happens, happens. It's on them, not me. Oh, piece of heart. Love to see it. There's also what appears to be a grotto, but I can't get into that without the fire arrows. So I'm making a mental note to come back later, but it's me, so my mental note is on like a piece of like really cheap, like a really cheap post-it note that's just gonna fall off and like fall behind the desk. It's been in like your cabinet for 5 years, and then you pulled it out and you're just like, oh right, I got this when I went on that office supply buying binge when I moved in here. This is probably still good, right? Needle Rock Isle. You've seen the boats sailing about here with the real huge cannons, right, Fry? I bet you those things have their hulls packed with treasure. Of course, if you don't have a cannon yourself, there's no way you'll ever sink one of them. Well, luckily I do have a cannon myself. That's canon. My cannon is canon. Isn't English fun? I was watching another streamer just before I started stream today, and she was Finnish first language, English second language. Absolutely, like, beautiful accent. But the way that she pronounces some words is like, yeah, no, that makes more sense, but it's wrong and I'm sorry. Holy small fry. I met a really weird guy on the island due east of here. He had a pack on his back huger than any pack I've ever seen. I mean, it was big, Fry. He said he was looking for treasure, but what does he expect to find in a place like that? And I tell you, the guy's completely obsessed. I can't remember, did I talk to this guy about the town flower? Sorry, the sea flower? I feel like I might not have. I think I spoke to the one on Mother and Child Isles, and he didn't want it. Yeah, it'll take like less than a minute to check, I may as well check. He is on a raft topped with a skull this man has killed. Like, it takes effort to mount a skull up that high. He wants you to know that he's dangerous. Wait, what do you think of this? Huh? That's a sea flower, is it not? Would you be interested in trading that for this exotic flower? Yes, I would. Most worthy, then my fee will be 25 rupees. Thanks, that settles things. You got an exotic flower. It's a refreshing flower that blossoms in the tropical regions to the south. So, by trading your goods for my goods, we have formed a merchant's oath. The same spiel as before. I have expanded the stock of my capitalistic overlord at the expense of my own personal funds. You can definitely tell that I'm a child because I am getting fleeced at every turn. Free market? Exactly. Like, this is why we need, like, Princess Zelda and the rest of the monarchy. To make it illegal to scam 12-year-olds. That is a rock that I cannot lift with my current level of power. So I will just peel my eyes looking for a fish and move on. There, fish. Hoy, small fry. Stone Watcher Island. So tell me, small fry, have you heard about the Golden Triumph Forks? There are such things. And that island there has one of these golden items you keep hearing about. If you want it, try asking that huge, grouchy-looking Stone Watcher. I doubt you could even budge the thing, though. He got skinny arms, Fry. That's all the info I've got to offer. Well, forgive me for not consuming all the protein powder on Outset Island. Actually, it's a fishing... Like, they got like a fishing village thing going on. How good, actually, is like a primarily fish diet if you're trying to, like, improve your physical constitution? Like, another fish is supposedly, like, good for your brain. Like, it's one of the healthy options compared to, like, you know, beef. Cheap viewers, no thank you. Ahoy, small fry. A famed pictographer lives far to the north of here on Windfall Island. He's apparently real wise and talented in the ways of pictography. He's even said to have legendary pictographs that he treasures above all other things. He keeps them hidden away in his secret safe, or so they say. By the way, small fry, what exactly is a pictograph anyway? Yeah, to clarify a little bit more on the whole, like, fish being good for your brain thing, because when I learned how it actually works, I thought that was kind of interesting. Now granted, I didn't actually verify any of this, so I might be full of shit, but... Just a second, hold on. This thing's glowing like Nehru. Wandering traveler who seeks the guidepost of the goddesses, place the pearl you hold here. I'll just put that there and hope that nobody sees this thing lit up like a lighthouse and comes along and yoinks it because it looks valuable. And it is totally unsecured. You place Nehru's pearl in the ancient statue's hands. This thing looks a bit like Zelda. Sorry, Tetra. 2 pearls remain. They apparently stuff like sugar, kind of like gunks up the connections between neurons in your brain. So, like, if you have, like, way too much candy, it kind of, like, makes you a little bit dumber. And then, like, the stuff that's in fish dissolves that gunk. So it's less that it's good for your brain and more that it like undoes stuff that's bad for your brain. I should probably get some fish. Fish sticks are really good. I was just out getting groceries today. I should have gotten fish sticks. I've already been in here. Yeah, good and undoing bad are fairly equivalent, I'd say. But like, if you were at like a proper baseline, then it wouldn't really do anything, maybe? Not an expert. Not claiming to be one, disavowing any assumption that that's the case. I have no intention to misrepresent myself. You're also not a fan of fish, fair enough. I like fish, so I don't really understand not liking fish, but I guess other people are the same way with like bell peppers and stuff. Like, I think peppers are disgusting, but a lot of people really like them. What's the pearl you hold here? Where you grew up, there wasn't very good health and safety around fish markets. That makes sense. Yeah, my grandfather was a fisherman. Like, that was how he made his money. So I was somewhat privileged in that I never really had to... If I wanted fish, I could get fish. Or rather, fish was presented to me whether I liked it or not quite a lot, so I learned to like it. Pepper good. Black pepper I like. Bell pepper's disgusting. Right about here? What about here? What aspect of bell peppers is bad? The texture. I don't like anything that like goes squish and pops in my mouth. Like, if I have like a pepper or if I have like an onion that hasn't been like cooked to the point where it's crunchy, you like bite into it and it's like squishy and gelatinous, but like not unsolid in the same way that like an actual gelatin is. Stinky Fox, no you. I'm not stinky. Now, granted, I did go outside shopping and- oh, thank you for the rotation. I did go outside shopping and I forgot to take a shower when I got home, so maybe a little stinky as a treat. Also, I like how earlier I was bragging about how I'm good at salvage. Wait, that's the mark for I've already I'm leaving. Anyway, Okay, so the third statue's over here. Um, anyway, anyway, right, third statue, let's do this, chosen one. Goddesses are just watching me and looking at each other like, are we sure about this? I was like, I wonder why I didn't see the beam for this one. Another reincarnation is the winner. Fun fact, Wind Waker Link, just a second. Wind Waker Link is not actually a reincarnation of the ancient hero. Like, most Links are, but Wind Waker Link explicitly is not. Like, the actual ancient hero leaving Hyrule, forsaking the goddesses, and breaking the cycle of reincarnation is why everything went so poorly that the goddesses had to flush the entirety of Hyrule down the toilet to contain Ganon. I am just an unrelated child who resembles him. That's actually why I have to do this whole Tower of Gods Triforce collection thing. Is because unlike the true ancient hero, I'm not inherently worthy of the goddess's blessing. So I have to do their challenges to actually, like, claim it for myself, because it's up for grabs right now. The goddesses are such trolls. Okay, so the statues after shattering look like Zelda instead of Tetra. Now my earlier slip of the tongue is correct. Poor Link just can't avoid getting splatted. I like how I can kind of see, like, the precursor of the designs that they used in Breath of the Wild. This tower, which the pearls of the gods have caused to appear, is a place that the gods of the ancient world prepared so that they might test the courage of men. Only one who is able to overcome the trials that await here will be acknowledged by the gods to be a true hero. Only then will that hero be permitted to wield the power to destroy the great evil. Ariel, that which you must obtain now lies before you. You must believe in your own courage, which has led you to triumph over the many hardships you have faced, and you must triumph once again. You must rise above the trial of the gods. Let's do it. Tower of Gods. I always found it, like, really interesting that this is a dungeon that you use your boat in. Like, you just think of your boat as like a way to get around. You don't really think of it as like a participant. If memory serves, I wait for the water level to drop and then I set some torches on fire down here. I still find it kind of interesting that joy pendants seem to be like the default reward. Like, if you just do a cool thing but they don't have a cool thing to give you, they just give you a joy pendant instead. It's not inherently a bad thing, it's just kind of interesting that that's what they fall back to. Get home, Twitch refuses to load. Oh no. Try holding control and pressing F5, which is advice that is useless to you if Twitch won't load properly. Because then you won't be able to hear me give it. It's because you need a certain number of joy pendants. Fair. It's better if they like drip feed them to you than if it's just like, oh, by the way, go grind 40 of these. I really like the aesthetic in here. You can hear me on your phone. Don't you all have phones? Choo-Choo just straight up has PTSD. I wonder what the lore implications of Choo-Choo PTSD are. Like, they seem to have a flashback whenever an explosion goes off on the same room as them. A map? We don't need that. But yeah, just generic advice if you're ever having trouble with a web page and like refreshing it normally doesn't work, holding control and pressing F5 forces it to purge its locally saved version before reloading it. Because what websites do is they like save... Because like the true version of the website is like stored on a server somewhere and it like downloads a copy of the web page to your browser to actually display to you. And that copy is saved, so it doesn't have to re-download it every single time. Just like an optimization, so you're not like, you know, using as much internet. But if that local copy, if something happens to it for whatever reason, and it's like messed up, and it doesn't know that it's messed up, and it doesn't know that it has to download a new one, you'll keep getting a persistent error even if you reload the site. Holding Control F5 forces it to ditch its local copy and re-download it. so it can fix a lot of persistent problems. Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, I don't think I stand on these foxes. I love the aesthetic of these iridescent fridges. I just love iridescence in general. Also, like, hard light stuff. Basically, if you want to make something appeal to me, make it like make it like a hard light rainbow. I just reminded myself of how in Halo 1, at like the start of the game, there's a hard light bridge for no reason. But it's like the coolest set piece in the entire thing. Like, I really wish they'd done more with that aesthetic in that game. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll do Combat Evolved after Atlas on Sundays. That could be fun. It's not quite an RPG, but like, it could be fun. You know, totally normal Halo, kind of like how this is totally normal Wind Waker. There's nothing abnormal going on here. I think that this is enough to jump across with. They give you a lot of moving bits there, but you really don't have to do that much with them. I got a key. It's made of antimatter. It annihilates a lock and then ceases to exist. I think it's if you had like a mass of antimatter roughly the size of a normal football, you could destroy the world with it. Like, it would annihilate, like, with normal matter, and then give off so much energy that it would, like, crack the earth into, like, rocks. True, there's also, like, degrees of destruction. It's like, are you just trying to make it so that, like, it's non-viable for supporting life? Are you trying to make it so that, like, there was a planet and now there is not a planet? So that there was once a Choo-Choo and now there isn't. Wait, I got bombs. I can do this. All of you group together. Get wrecked. That was surprisingly slick. I expected that to take more than one bomb. You know, they say that Toon Link no strength upgrades have like really shrimpy arms, but like, I doubt that I could carry this over my head this quickly. That was not the button I wanted to press. Incidentally, I checked, and as far as I can tell, there are no Linkle mods for Twilight Princess HD, which makes me a little bit sad. So my second question is, I wonder how hard it is to make your own mods, because I know how to use Blender. Like, I actually found, like, the dev tools that you could use to, like, make your own Wind Waker mods. So, like, I could, like, make like, a Fox mod, conceivably. I wonder if there's something similar for Twilight Princess. Fox Boy Link when? Well, it'd be after Fox Girl, because I got my priorities. That said, canonically he's more of a wolf. I just reminded myself of a Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction that I read years and years and years ago. Where somebody... hold that thought. Where somebody, got, like, sent to Mobius, turned into, like, a wolf person, and, like, chose to, like, make a sword their primary weapon. And then, like, somebody who came there with them decided to sass them by calling them Wolf Link. This was a Tingle secret in the original game. Now you just have to know that it's there. You got the Goddess Tingle statue. Its salty seawater coating is kind of gross. It'll be waiting for you on Tingle Island. I should go back to the first two dungeons and grab their Tingle statues. I remember where they are. I actually had all of the equipment that I needed to use the Tingle Tuner as a kid. It was actually quite fun. Seeker of the Goddess's Guidepost, press ZR to call me and guide me to my place of truth. But yeah, you can't just pick it up and carry it because this thing's overhead. I think there's a trick that speedrunners use to, like, warp to the other side while carrying it, but I don't know the trick. probably on world record pace without it, so I mean... When I was a kid, I always wondered if these statues had, like, sapience, because, like, they come when they're called and they have a place that they want to go to. So do they just, like, stand around waiting for, like, 30 seconds of getting to do things, and then it's, like, back to an eternity of immobility? His stream longer than the length of the speedrun. See, that's my brilliant plan, is, I'm gonna cause an int overflow. I'm gonna make it take so long to win that I come in first place. There appear to be markings that indicate specific directions. Maybe it has to be lit up first, question mark? I thought it, Okay, there we go. You learned the command melody. My kin wait beyond the doors, control them and guide them to their places of truth to open the path to the gods. Wait, yeah, there, look, they're sapient. They're capable of speech. This is just what they are. This is just what they get to do. Gods are cruel. Like skeletons in Gideon the Ninth? I am not familiar with that one. Do I need to understand the first 8 Gideons for, before I can move on to the 9th? Just well programmed. That would definitely be kinder. And, like, overall, I would say that, like, the goddesses in Zelda are kind. But they're also petty sometimes, so I mean, could go either way. Now I am the statue. That right thumbstick drift is definitely bugging me just a little bit. My entire life flashed before my eyes there. Okay, you hang out here for a bit. I think I'm about to get the bow and arrow. Ariel, it is I, the King of Red Lions. Don't question how I have this frequency. I am afraid that there are some areas to which you will not be able to bring the servants of the tower. But do not fear leaving them behind. Once you have awakened them, they will wait patiently for your return. Of this, I assure you. serves, and here I fight a Darknut to get the bow and arrow. Oh hey look, it's a Darknut. I wonder what he's guarding. These enemies are always some of my favorites to fight. Like the fact that they force you to use parries. Well, actually no they don't. Ow, my bones. Take a sword? I can. I don't think he'll let go of it without dying though. I liked how in Twilight Princess the Darknuts had like their big sword. Never mind. Right, he does kung fu if you steal his sword. I like how the Darknuts in Twilight Princess have like a big sword that they start the fight with, but then when you strip them of their armor, they like toss it aside and they pull out like a much smaller sword that's like way faster. Like it really just like sells the notion that they're like elites who are prepared for whatever you can like bring to bear against them. Yeah, Childe can throw a sword hard enough to crack a solid stone pillar, and they expect us to believe that she can't lift a rock. You got the hero's bow. You can carry up to 30 arrows. We do love the bow and arrow in every single game that it's in. What was I saying? I was like on another topic, and then I forgot what it was. Wait, I don't need this open anymore. Well, let's just get that back. What was I talking about? I don't think it was Darknuts, I think it was like before Darknuts. I didn't say everything that I wanted to say on the topic. I just got that notion, and now it's bothering me. You were distracted by MTG spoilers. They're doing a Final Fantasy XIV set, which I think is very cool. I will probably not be participating because I don't have that kind of cash. Not doing an FF14 set. It's got Ishtola and it's got Emet-Selch. Everybody else is secondary. It's an FF14 set. Nobody knows who Cecil is. Like, What is a Titus? Never heard of it. You exclusively care about Emmett Salk. I like how his ability, like, ties into what he does as well. Like, they really, like, named? What? They really nailed the thematic representation of what he does in FF14. Just, like, put it into, like, relatively plain language. The Magic the Gathering card for Emmett Salk, you have to put... Basically 14 different things have to die, and then when Emmett Salk is in play, you can play them out of your graveyard, effectively resurrecting them. I thought that there was a thing there. The thing probably goes there when I shoot this. There we go. Yeah, he's like, I will bring back what was lost. Joy Pendant. Okay, you know what? Perish. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something here. Like, I feel like that shouldn't have been a Joy Pendant. Okay, I picked up a small key somewhere. I'll throw these over here because a small child is apparently as dense as a solid stone statue. And I will enter through this door. This wall can't stop me because I can't read. Very light statues keeping their hollow sound. Impossible. Well, I'm just trapped forever. JK Law. Okay, so my plan is I'm gonna get this thing back to the center tower. And then I'll call it there for the day. Or the night, or whatever you want to call it. Also, hi Wizro. You set me on fire. I'll probably get around to playing FF6 at some point. Fun fact, back when I first thought to myself, geez, I really ought to get into Final Fantasy because I like RPGs and I like fantasy, and Final Fantasy is a high fantasy RPG. I got my hands on FF6, started it up, and then I was like a bunch of oppressive soldiers and like mechs going around like shooting things with like guns, and I was like, wow, this isn't what I want at all, and then I turned the game off and I never played it again. I later learned that if I had played the game for approximately 5 more minutes, I would have gotten exactly what I was after. Just goes to show the power of first impressions. It's an iconic opening. I wasn't in the mood for being an oppressive soldier. I wanted to be like a fantasy hero. Wait, did I do the entire dungeon? Hold up. I think this might take me to the boss fight. Not quite. I think I might be missing the big key. I'm missing the big key. Okay, we're not done. That said, yes, I was very silly when I tried to play FF6 for the first time. In my defense, I was not very old. But yeah, we got some really nice progress in on the Tower of the Gods. We got the bow, which is like really important. That'll come in handy later a lot. But yes, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it each and every time. Next planned stream is Sunday. The game will be Atlas. The next time I'm playing Wind Waker will be on Monday. I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope to see you again. Good night.